Hey y'all, I got a good idea. So I'm gonna start doing what we're gonna call Result Fridays. And on Result Fridays, I'm gonna pull up real-time client results and show you the results, be it good or bad, and I'm gonna show you what strategies I used that got those results. So here we go. So Capital One has a pretty decent card called the Platinum. Okay, so I like to give stuff away, and I like to pass it away to get those collections removed off your credit. Did you know that most collection clients receive the star letters or star email? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are having an amazing Friday. If you are new here, I would love to have you subscribe and stay and be a part of our amazing credit how-to family. And if you are already a part of the family, thank you so much for stopping by. But now let's get into it, because if I'm coming on a Friday, you know I got something for you. Okay, so what you're looking at now are some results. Okay, so we just pulled a fresh Smart Credit report. As you can see, it is dated April 26th, 2024. The previous report was pulled on March the 1st, 2024. Previous report is the report that we use to create dispute letters to dispute what we are getting the results for now. So as you can see, the credit score went up a little bit. I'm not mad at it. You know, Experian, we got her in the 700s. That's cool. Okay, so here we have 2 disputes deleted. We still have 9 ongoing, 32 undisputed things. Those are just like a bunch of inquiries that she had. We're saving that for last. And 1 account was updated to positive. So let's see what they were. Okay, so first thing we're seeing here is her 2018 public record was deleted from Equifax, not Experian, but also from TransUnion. And of course, for her today, the big news is going to be that the bankruptcy is removed off of 2 bureaus, okay? We got to go up against Equifax, so we got to come up with like a new good strategy to come back at them with. So you're going to go along with me while we do that. And I'm going to show you what I did to get these 2 bankruptcies deleted. I'm literally just going to show you the dispute letters and explain whatever the strategy was that I used. Okay, so here is the letter. This is the one that was sent to Equifax, and the letter that was sent to TransUnion and Experian was basically the exact same letter, okay? So I'm just going to show you this one for the sake of time. So this is an affidavit of fact and truth. It was a dismissed bankruptcy that was filed in 2018. So, and I'll read a little bit of the verbiage for you. So it says, I blank, which is her name, being duly sworn on oath, do hereby solemnly affirm that the following facts to be true and accurate to the best of my knowledge and belief. So that's what an affidavit is. It's like your sworn statement, okay? So it is a legally binding document and can be used in the court of law. What we did is we had her take this and get it notarized. I'm not going to show you her notarized copies, obviously. So as far as calling things out in the bankruptcy on the dispute letter. So what we were saying in this affidavit, let me just read it to you. Okay, the bankruptcy in question has been legally discharged, indicating that the debts included in the bankruptcy have been resolved and are no longer owed. However, despite the discharge, the credit bureaus continue to report the bankruptcy as active. That's the key, active, which misrepresents my financial standing and negatively impacts my credit worthiness. So here are a list of the violations. Violations, FCRA Section 607B, failure to maintain reasonable procedures to ensure the accuracy of consumers' information. FCRA Section 609A1B, failure to verify the accuracy of disputed information. And we did that one because we have disputed with them once before. So this is the second round where things got deleted. Violation of Fair Credit Reporting Act Section 611A1A, reporting inaccurate public information. FCRA Section 623A1C, reporting inaccurate account status. So, and then there's the rest of the verbiage. Now, this specific affidavit is online. It's on our website. in my affidavit ebook. It is there, just so you know. It's not the same exact verbiage, but it's the verbiage, if that makes sense. We used it on her as a second round. And so pretty much that's it. You know, we have her, you see we have her bankruptcy information here. The reference number is here, it's blacked out. And that was it. That's what we did. It was our second round. The first round that we did was kind of what I like to do when we're disputing for a person who's never been disputed before. And so that was the initial dispute. This is the second dispute. We got 2 bankruptcies deleted. And so now let's work on the third strategy that we're going to use to go after Experian to see if we can get them to lift that bankruptcy. So before we get to the third strategy dispute letter that we're going to do, I wanted to show you her actual paper results that she received back from TransUnion. All right, and here are the results that bankruptcy was deleted. And as far as Equifax goes, she did not receive a letter from Equifax as of yet stating that the bankruptcy was deleted. We just know it from her credit report and from her notifications from her My Equifax account that the bankruptcy was deleted. But as usual, when you do receive your results letters via mail or email, save them, keep them. You never know what may come up in the future. Not to say that the bankruptcy will come back on your report, but just keep that stuff just as evidence that they deleted it. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do to get back in the swing of things and get that Experian to remove the bankruptcy from her credit report. So I decided to do a second affidavit of fact and truth. This time we're gonna go in a little bit harder on them, and we're gonna definitely not necessarily threaten, but let them know that we're not afraid to take legal action against them for not properly doing a proper investigation in the first place, okay? Not for the bankruptcy, but for not doing a proper investigation, which they did not per their own instructions, which they have on their website, and which they will tell you if that you call them on the phone. When you send in dispute letters to them, you have to have 3 forms of ID. The correct forms of ID were sent into them. They know that, okay? And the dispute letter, and then they send back an email saying, hey, we don't think that this was sent from you. Like, okay, well, what more do you need to know that this was sent from me? I literally sent you my social security card, my driver's license, a utility bill that matches the same address that's on my driver's license, and a notarized POA verifying my identity. A notarized affidavit, notarized by a notary with my signature on it. You see what I'm saying? So you see how we can file litigations against them for not performing a proper investigation and then lying, saying that they don't know that it was sent from us when we literally sent them a letter that we signed in front of a notary. Just saying. Okay, so strategy number 3 with Experian. We're on our last little leg here. One more place to go to dispute. All right, so I'm just going to read you a little bit about what this affidavit is saying. It is a step above, and we definitely are mentioning the whole stall letter tactic. So this is just regular affidavit verbiage here. It says this affidavit is executed to contest the erroneous and wrongful reporting of a discharged bankruptcy on my credit report maintained by Experian to assert my rights under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. I am providing this affidavit following a previous dispute sent on March the 11th, 2024, which was met with an inadequate response suggesting non-authentication of my communication. Okay. Anyway, so here under the statement of facts, we're stating, you know, the bankruptcy, the information of the bankruptcy. So previous attempts to rectify, we're going to state what our previous intents to rectify were, and it was that dispute letter. It says, I have previously disputed this inaccuracy with Experian on March the 11th, 2024. The response received was a stall tactic, falsely claiming the dispute did not seem to be initiated by me. This response is unacceptable and disregards my legitimate claim further violating my rights under Fair Credit Reporting Act laws. And then once again, under violations of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, I have 4 violations that I'm listing, okay? So, and number 6, demand of immediate action. I'm telling them what I want them to do. I want them to remove that off my credit report, okay? So in this, number 7 is going to be the notice of legal action. Failure to comply with this demand will result in my initiation of legal proceedings against Experian to seek civil penalties, actual and punitive damages, and reimbursement of attorney's fees and costs as provided under Fair Credit Reporting Act law. So like if you're paying for credit repair for a company, through a company, and you know, they have to file a lawsuit, put your fees that you paid the credit repair company in that, you know, lawsuit under your fees, and you can get your money back that you paid for the credit repair services too. So of course, we're going to send this over to the client, have her get this notarized. Hopefully she gets this done today. We can send this stuff out as soon as possible and get some answers. And I'm going to try to remember to come back and give you the response from this. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make a note so that I can come back specifically to this account this time next month to share with you the results, good or bad, real time, so you can see what happens. All right.